Saurabh, getting into the conversation around growth now, this podcast is called The Growth Genius. And the reason why we have you today on the show is you've created growth in marketing for various different organizations and brought innovations to various different organizations as well. However, during the last few years, because of COVID specifically, things have changed in the world of marketing. Just wanted to understand your views about how marketing has transitioned in this last few years during COVID.
Sure. No, it's quite fascinating that, I've had the opportunity almost at the cutting edge of how things evolve, right? And I've been sort of fortunate with the opportunities that I've been presented with, right? And if I think about, right, my early years as a brand manager for Cadbury Celebrations, right? So it's about then that social media had just started taking off. So this was way back in 2009, and when organic growth was still something that social media handles would offer us. I mean, in recent day times, everything is a paid campaign, right? You're not going to get an iota of growth from Facebook just by putting out great content out there, right? So I was probably one of the first brand managers to experiment with, the Facebook page for Cadbury Celebrations in 2009, and in about 6 months, we took it to a million fans, and I didn't really spend a single rupee promoting it. It was something that became the centerpiece of my campaigns, or I would put the link on the back of my ad or on the back, and just by simply weaving it together, you could get disproportionate growth, and it sort of probably then had become a playbook on how all of Cadbury would do social media marketing, right? Then from there, I got a chance to move on to Diageo, where again, digital, social, all these play a large role, because finally you can only in alcohol speak to the consumer when the consumer gives the consent or wants to talk to you, right? So that is those areas where again digital becomes really prominent. Again, I was quite fortunate in Britannia, right, where actually you got a double whammy, right? We had the pandemic hitting in early March, and we were all wondering what's going to happen to our business. And I remember, while the lockdown probably started by the 1st of March, on the 22nd of March, I realized that cheese had been growing at 78%. So you're like, okay, there is something happening here. And it was quite evident that because the restaurants were shut, right, all the business was moving to retail. And hence, I got an opportunity to do the biggest and the best digital campaign ever done by Britannia, which is Britannia Cheese Star Chef, which is done in collaboration where we had done in collaboration with India Food Network, who also happened to have Saif Ali Khan as one of the people on their roster and list, and hence he was a prominent part of the show. So we were quite fortunate to have him there, right? And it was an initiative that I was quite proud of. It gave us good results, gave us a few awards from the industry as well. And now, of course, as I move on to telecom, I realize that this world is truly fascinating, right? And the kind of stuff that you can experience here is probably, miles ahead of what anybody in an FMCG ever sort of gets a chance to interact with, right? So while I'm still learning the ropes and trying to figure out all there is to learn, and and how can I probably play my part in this journey, but I would just say in terms of personal growth and in my own development journey, this is probably a large milestone.